I could sit here and tell you how I won $100,000 with 15 different side hustles in a month. But honestly, 80% of the people who come to YouTube saying that never even had a side hustle. 10% do not make more than $1,000 as a side hustler. Make no mistake, $1,000 is an excellent value. My point is that I'm here to be 100% honest with you, and I'm not going to promise you amazing results because, in fact, only 1% of people who have a side hustle actually make these incredible amounts of money, and I am not among them. So, today I'm going to tell you the method that I or people I know have used to earn an extra income of up to 1K per month. And who wouldn't want to have more money left over at the end of the month? If you want to earn extra money, then you've come to the right place. What's up, everybody? I'm Isa Mamedi. I'm a second-year medical student in Brazil. Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, don't forget to click on the subscribe button to join our community. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you find it valuable. With no further ado, today we're going to talk about 5 side hustles to make you 1K per month. Initially, before I get into ways of earning extra income, I think we need to clarify a few things. Extra income means extra income. Nothing I'm going to tell you about here can be your main income at first. And why did I say at first? All of the ways to make money that will be mentioned are ways whose amount of money you make with them each month increase or decrease according to the amount of effort you put into it. And even if you do find time to do all of them, the chance of you making $10,000 in the first month is minimal. I won't say it's impossible, but it's unlikely. The amount of money you earn as a side hustler is proportional to the value you add. So for any of the things I'm going to talk about in this video, you will need some skill. The good news is that you don't need to be an expert. You can be someone who is learning something or who has an interest to learn something. As you study, you will improve, and consequently, you will be able to charge more for your service, making a large amount of money each month. It's that phrase, practice makes perfect. So before I start, I will tell you that you will need to make time. Some activities that I will mention require few hours a week, and others require more. You need to be persistent. So if you plan to give up in the first month, if you don't make $1,000 right away, you don't even have to watch the rest of the video. I'm not here to mislead you. Of course, I want views, but I also want to add value to your life. You can make $1,000 in the first month, but there's no guarantee that it will work 100% for you. Some money you will make if you try, I guarantee that. And you can start all these activities without spending anything. The first way to earn extra money that I will talk about is, in my opinion, one of the easiest, and that gives you a reasonable income right from the start. So, the first way to make extra income is to provide service in apps. Nowadays, apps are on the rise, and people are increasingly looking for ways to get faster and cheaper service on the internet. It was this large surge that led to the creation of platforms like Uber, iFood, and Airbnb. So if you have a car or a room available at your home and you want to earn some money, you will sign up for those apps. If you don't have either of these things available, you can still work on delivery apps on the weekends, for example. If you have a specific knowledge in any area such as medicine, law, or engineering, you can make extra income by answering questions on the internet as well. Sites like Just Answer connects people to professionals with knowledge in these areas, paying professionals for answered questions. Secondly, one of the best ways to make money online is to be a freelancer. This is by far my favorite. If you have any skill, which you probably have, some people want to pay you to do that for them. And thanks to the internet, some websites and apps connect you to those people. You don't have to be an expert at anything. You can just be a person who is learning. In this case, that you still don't have much knowledge, just charge a more affordable price. But in case you are very good in some area, some people charge more than $1,000 for each job. And there is a freelancer for everything. I have already ventured into the areas of programming, video editing, and copywriting. I am not an expert in any of those areas, but I have an intermediate level of knowledge in all of them. Among them, the one that I find easier for anyone to get in and make a good amount of money is copywriting. Programming and video editing is the knowledge that most people lack. Now, if you know how to code, edit videos, do web design or graphic design, if I were you, I would sign up for freelancer.com, Fiverr or Upwork right now, which are very good sites in these areas. A tip I give you when you starting is to try to be competitive in terms of price, because initially nobody knows your work and you will not have recommendations or evaluations. So the way you attract attention is to expose a portfolio, jobs that you have already done, and the thing that makes you really stand out from other freelancers is a competitive price. If people in your niche charge $100, offer your service for $80 or $70. That way, even if you have never had a customer, there is always a person who chooses the cheapest. In the copywriting area, for those who don't know, copywriting is writing advertising texts, blog posts, or scientific papers for other people. If you are a talented writer, or even if you have no talent but are willing to improve over time, you can offer your service as a writer. And if you are good at convincing people to do things, I suggest you go and offer your service to write ads or slogans. The marketing niche is very competitive, and if you have no experience and are having trouble finding customers, I would accept to do 1 or 2 jobs for free. I did it in the academic assignment area because then you have no previous jobs to expose to people and you have no reviews. And people often give good reviews to free service. So it's a win-win situation. You do a job for someone and the person gives you good review and you can expose that job to other customers. And if you are in college, one of the best things you can do is academic assignments in your field. It makes you learn a lot while you make some cash. For copywriters, sites like Freelancer, Fiverr, or freelance writing gigs offer good opportunities. Finally, one of the biggest benefits of being a freelancer is that you do things when you want and at your own pace. But to make money from it, you need discipline and focus. And if you want to learn how to focus more, check out this video right here. I'll put the link in the description as well. Another way to earn extra income is to teach online. If there are any subjects that you are really good at or that you are interested in studying to teach others, online classes may be for you. There are 2 ways to do this. You can set up entire courses and put them in place like Udemy or Skillshare. However, in this case, it is necessary to structure the content well and have a good place for marketing. This generates passive income because once the class has already been recorded, several people can watch the same video without you having to give a class to each person. That income continues to come long after you have already done the work. Sounds great, right? The other way is to sell live classes. For example, if you are good at math, Some platforms will connect you with students that aren't good at math, allowing you to get customers faster. But my favorite type of online classes is languages. If you speak more than one language, or if you are willing to give classes to those who are learning your native language, several people on the internet are willing to pay you for a class. It can be a grammar class, a conversation class, and the best language to do this with is English. If you are fluent or native, it is a great idea to give English classes to people from non-English speaking countries. VipKid, Verbalin, italki are some of the best places to provide such service. When I was learning English, I would love to pay a native just to talk to me. Freelancer, that website that I mentioned in the previous topic, is a good place to advertise your service as well. The fourth way to make some cash is affiliate marketing. But what is it? People talk so much about this nowadays. Affiliate marketing is a digital marketing strategy used by companies and digital entrepreneurs to increase their sales through a network of partner sites. Affiliate programs, a system that pays you commission to advertise their products or service, are the main source of monetization for many websites, blogs, online stores, and influencers. But you don't need 10,000 followers to start making money out of it. With little knowledge of digital marketing, you can start making around $10 to $100 a day. Hotmart is one of the best options out there when it comes to affiliate programs for small influencers or regular people. You can start selling to your family, friends, and the social circle you already have. Then you invest a little of the money you made in a more advanced market strategy, either by creating a YouTube channel or an account on Instagram or a blog, increasing your level of influence and consequently the amount of money you make. By increasing your customer network, you can even enjoy other programs such as those from Amazon, Skillshare, Audible. This is a way of making money that takes time and is very unstable at first. But if you dedicate yourself, you can make good money monthly. Entering the last item on this list, we have the famous drop shipping. First, I will tell you what the definition of dropshipping is. Shortly, it is a type of business model where you can sell products without having the physical product at hand. This means that the supplier of the product will send it directly to the customer after their sales take place. That way, you sell a product for a higher price than the supplier's price. Only after making the sale, you contact the supplier who will send the product to the buyer. The difference between the price announced by you and the price charged by the supplier is your profit. But how do you start a dropshipping business? First of all, you need to have an idea of which product you are going to sell. To find out which product to sell, you can use a brand new tool, which nobody knows, called Google. In Google Trends, you will find areas that are high in demand, and you can use the data provided by it to define which market is bigger and less competitive. One of the best places to find a supplier is on AliExpress, and this is the second step. In the past, you had to create a website from scratch for step 3. But nowadays, you can use sites like Shopify to sell your products and buy a domain and use applications that integrate Shopify with the product directly from AliExpress. After choosing your product and setting up your store, the next step would be to promote your site, which can be done for free or you can pay to run ads on Facebook, for example. Usually, paying brings you a lot more customers. The more sales you make, the more money you make, and you can have multiple stores at the same time. That's it for today. Of course, there are more ways to earn extra income, but I can talk about all of them in one video. I thank you immensely if you stayed with me until now, Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already, share, subscribe and activate notifications. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me in the comments which side hustle have you already tried or you are going to try. See you in the next video.